What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boys here, showcasting for this SKL game between the Twerking to the Top squad versus the Meme squad. Here we go. We got top lane going in that Alawi.
Oh,
it doesn't show
I have
summoner
heard
names.
inside information here from the team that apparently this guy is quite the Alawi main.
Oof.
Oof.
Well, anyways, in that jungle we got that Kha'Zix. And then in that mid lane, we have a Veigar, which could be a tank Veigar.
We have been
inside,
waiting to see this pocket
inside
pick
information
for an entire year.
All year. And we do, in
long.
that bot lane, we got that Xayah Alistar going in, getting those kills hopefully in that bot lane. But on
those top tier picks.
Indeed. But in that red side, we have that top lane, Dr. Mundo. What do you think about that Dr. Mundo there, Powerful?
Well, I would have to consult this one friend I have. Let me call up my good pal, Wong the Accused. All right, what do you think about Mundo top lane?
Well, Mundo top lane has pretty good poke and pretty good lane pressure against standard, tanks with no sustain or bruisers with no sustain, but he's against Alawi. So, she has sustain. Based on her missing HP, while Mundo's Q is based on current HP, so they kind of just counteract each other. So yeah, I predict it's going to be a farm lane.
Both champions are very exploitable with the grievous wounds, so if either one of those picks that up, it really just dampens their power.
Exactly.
And then in that jungle, we got that Jarvan the Fourth. Oof.
Ooh, amazing jungler.
Spicy pick.
Carrying games by itself.
Haven't seen this come into play in this season yet. Oh wait, just kidding. That was every game.
That is true. He has pretty much picked every game.
Anyways, next up is that Victor in the mid lane. That is actually a spicy pickup because you don't see Victor very often. He's definitely fallen out of meta since the season 6. But yeah, it does not mean he is weak by any means. And then in that bot lane, I think we got that Caitlyn Shen bot lane.
True.
Shen support, I'm pretty sure, was picked in the All-Star weekend.
It's pro players are starting to like it a little bit. Just the ability to just taunt flash. It's just so good if you can capitalize on that.
Yeah. Plus with that E, I forget what it's called. The Shen Master himself. What is that circle around you called?
Spirit's Refuge.
Oh, Spirit's Refuge.
Ooh.
Taking out a lot of the shots from the bot lane AD carry. So lots of potential to counterplay that blue side bot lane.
I'm still under the opinion that Shen is still moderately lacking in the support role.
Indeed. What do you think about that?
We're
gonna take the old master bot laner, Mr. T Shrub's opinion on how this bot lane is gonna pan out. Mr. T Shrub?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. How I'm feeling about this Shen pickup here. Caitlyn in her own is pretty good at solidifying that lane presence, but Shen really having to rely on his taunt to really engage these fights is going to be kind of put a damper on their bot lane presence, where on the side of Twerking to the Top with the Alistar Xayah lane, they both complement each other fairly well in terms of their ability to disengage and re-engage fights. So I think Twerking to the Top's got the upper hand on this one.
All right, thank you for your analysis. Something that I really don't enjoy that Twerking to the Top did was make it so that I had to change the order of their players. They did not go in standard LCS order, which is triggering. Indeed.
I would also like to add on that Shen pick that the use of his ult is going to be a lot more underwhelming as compared to that of the top lane role of Shen.
True.
Elsewhere, he leaves his Caitlyn vulnerable.
Indeed.
But I'm saying that Caitlyn is pretty good at kind of staying safe in lane.
One thing to consider with Shen support is Shen is a natural split pusher, but they already have a Mundo TP who also wants to split push. So that might mean they might set up for a 1-3-1. It's very hard to execute. And
Especially since if you're going set for split pushing,
So, is anyone else cutting out for that Powerball, or is it just me?
What?
probably just you.
Powerball was cutting out there.
That was probably just you.
Okay, well that's gonna suck if that happens all game.
As I was
But
saying-
please go on while being accused.
As I was saying, should be getting that many levels, so his ulti will have an insanely long cooldown at early ranks until he hits level 13. Sorry, level 11. And then the shield itself will be insanely small until level 11.
True. Alright, I see Twerk the Top is bringing in a new player today, one of their sideliners. Sumilodon has volunteered to play due to a player being missing in action today. What do we think about this addition to Sumilodon? Do you think that's pretty good for the team, or not so good?
The addition of Sumilodon, he definitely brings that that presence as a jungler. He definitely knows how to play those assassin junglers. He can bring a lot to the table for this team. It's going to be hard to figure out if he's going to be better for the team, as obviously he has not practiced as much with Twerking to the Top. So the communication might be lacking. But in this mid lane, I do see the Veigar pushing out this Victor.
In this bot lane, I am seeing a lot of penguins in the bot lane right now.
Oof, yes, penguins are indeed
Man.
being harassed. Don't know what to say about it.
This is unacceptable.
Also, the other day, I found out how to change it so it shows on the scoreboard from items to gold. It is the letter X. X makes it so that you can see the player's gold. Just a little fun fact for you.
Wow. That is quite a fun fact right there.
In this mid lane, we do see a Jarvan wanting to get in on this Veigar. It's the flag and drag. Veigar flashes out, gets that event horizon to stifle the rest of that gank. Tries to get some more harass down on that Jarvan, but does get away, burning that
I
flash.
want to hear an opinion from you guys on this Veigar pick into the. We both rely on kind of dashes for engages.
You know, once, you know, a lot of people say it's his damage is what you gotta fear. But the reality of it is, his since most people max that second to build a good amount of CDR, and in team fights, being able to spam is pretty strong.
And as
just controlling those team fights.
And as we hear you wasting time, we did see that Victor have to blow his flash while the Kha'Zix goes for the gank as well. Going in for the counter jungle against that Jarvan, but does get caught out and has to leap away.
For all casters, once in a while to click that speed up button to make sure we're all up in the current events of the game. Because
Yeah, well, it seems like I am up to current events. Thank you.
Penguins in the bot lane, but other than that, no action, just farming.
Indeed. Another thing that Twerking to the Top really irks me on with not having everyone in order is I can't use the keyboard as well to use that camera because if you didn't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes people from top to bottom. So if I press 1, it's actually going to the Kha'Zix, but if I press 3, it's going to the Alawi instead of the Veigar. Oh, and we do see that Kha'Zix going back in on the Victor. Victor dodges out of the event horizon, doesn't get hit by the bomb either, uses that barrier, flash for the Kha'Zix, but does not get the finishing touch on that Victor kill.
Lives with 1 HP.
That Victor,
That barrier really saved him there.
yeah, that Victor with that showing off his fancy feet, dodging basically everything in that Event Horizon. Doesn't get that stun off, so it just really really puts a damper on that mid lane gank. One thing I'm gonna do, hopefully to save some internet problems, is I'm going to close some of my tabs because you guys keep cutting out. I don't want that to happen all the time. Hopefully this will all fix it.
We are looking at minor CS leads in favor of Caitlyn and Alawi right now. Nothing too game-breaking or insane, but something that could trend later on.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Oh!
I was not paying attention, but
Yeah,
we're going to do an instant replay on that one.
I think I'm gonna definitely rewind on that one. We do see the Alawi use that ultimate on that Dr. Mundo, gets that E off, can't dodge the tentacles, the flash for the Alawi, Mundo ults, but Alawi with that Q gets the finishing touch to get that kill, all lined up.
Amazing.
I would also, on top of looking at both teams' comps, we got over. We're gonna run into a lot of trouble if a lot of them get locked in that Viger and just have Alawi pounding on them. So,
Ooh, that could be quite a wild mission. Alright, I don't know about you, but completely frozen.
You're completely frozen. Could you guys let me know what time you are at? I'm at 7:10 personally.
we've got here on the analysis desk.
I am unable to surpass the 7-minute mark.
I am 38.
Alright, well, yeah, it's definitely not letting me speed up.
Okay, we've got Longley and Shrub holding down the
Alright,
fort
you
here
guys
with
continue-
the.
you guys can-
Alright, I'm now at 7:55. We do see that Alawi pounding on that Dr. Mundo. As Wong Li accused was saying, definitely probably not the best choice against that Alawi, but we also don't know what was picked first, if it was that Alawi or that Mundo. But we do see Kha'Zix going in on that Caitlyn. Alistar gets the pulverized. Shen hitting that taunt, allowing the Caitlyn to get away, but it might cost him his life as that Zyad does use her ultimate, gets some more damage down, and Bishi gets that kill onto the Shen.
Well, it looks like we got
Oh,
TC in the lane here.
Vagar is just standing still as he gets flag and dragged from Fatboy Smoothie.
Don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was
There
definitely
was,
unfortunate.
Disconnect.
He definitely started moving, but I don't know. Maybe he was watching his bot lane as they were taking the dragon. But we do see in the top lane a Jarvan trying to get a potential gank on that Alawi, but is stifled by that ward, as well as the fact that Alawi might be able to 2v1 them with that ult. But congratulations to that blue team. Gets that dragon, that Earth Dragon, and Victor might actually go down here. As
This is the side of working this up.
yeah, we do see Fatboy Smoothie use that ultimate, gets the kill onto 3 members. That was not the best trade for twerking to the top. But I guess Worth, you got that dragon. And that's also one thing about that Shen bottom lane, is that he can use that ultimate without the fact that the top laner is losing his top lane. Instead, it's just the bottom lane is joining his bottom lane. You know what I'm saying? But we do see a pause here. I'm thinking it's probably from the Vagar DCing at that one point. Hopefully we can all get it all sorted out. What do you guys think about the game so far? Let's go to Mr. T Shrub. Okay, let's go to Wong the Accused.
Thank you. I have to say that the V Squad is pulling a lead after that successful pick onto the Twerking to the Top, as they overstayed their welcome at the Dragon Pit, and now you can get 1,700 gold lead. And move that this Jarvan just got freaking paid, and he is gonna start carrying and taking over this game.
I do
Yes.
agree with that statement. I am back in the game. 9 minutes now, and let's get back in the cast.
I'm sorry, what time was that? You cut out for me.
Seconds. I can kind of confirm it might be
I
30
did
minutes, but let's.
I did
get it
read
going.
I did read in the chat that Vagar was having ping spikes and that he did DC when he died. So this could be a bad sign for twerking to the top. As we do see Bishy, I can't find the Bishy because their team is a mess, a jumbled mess of disorder.
I'm seeing an unfortunate, sizable CS lead on this Caitlyn right now. Lane.
Yeah,
This CS lead is definitely going to transition into the mid game and give her quite a lead.
it is a 500 gold lead
Okay, we were
for
kind of
that
expecting
Caitlyn.
that from the get-go.
That is true.
One thing though is that Alawi in the top lane is destroying that Mundo. But we do see an Alistar try and get a pick on that Shen, but Jarvan comes in to defend that bottom lane. Zaya goes for the root, but misses the root.
Oh!
It seems as though Powerful might be a little far back, a little bit, probably about 3 seconds. But as I was saying before, it is a sizable difference. It is 1,000 gold lead for that Alawi on top of that Mundo. Having a 40 CS lead, plus having a couple kills, having a kill over him, definitely puts him in a disadvantage. And Alawi buying that...
Lane, though, showing us that they can still dish out some damage.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and there goes Alawi getting another solo kill. Let's go for a rewind. Alright, so she's under turret. Mundo tries to get her. Alawi does that grab, gets that ultimate off, and those tentacles just plowing at that Mundo. While Victor does get a gank in that mid lane, but Vagar has to blow his flash. And let's speed up back to live. Blue team does get that first turret.
We're looking at twerking to the top, actually. Yeah, getting that first turret. That's going to be crucial for this
Indeed.
taking kind of the pressure into this game.
And one thing I see too is that Seasonix actually has that first item, Executioner's Calling, for that Mundo. That is going to be a living hell for that Mundo. Can't even get full benefit off his ult, plus he's already behind. So it's not going to be a good time, as we see a Shen looking to harass the Kha'Zix at his red buff. Just going to get a ward down,
Getting
get
those
a
deep
time.
in, tracking the jungler, not allowing him to get any ganks off, actually pushing him.
That is a risky move. He actually didn't have a lot of backup there. He did have that Victor.
Yeah,
But-
this ball lane wants to kind of look on and see if they can get engaged on this Caitlyn here.
You see a Victor Shen making their way into this
Well,
bot
one
lane
thing is
now.
you can almost
Kha'Zix
count
is
a bit
backing.
if Shen's ultimate is up kind of roam and still be able to come back to your AD. That's a nice strategy. You think
And,
of.
yeah, something they didn't do actually. Controlling that kind of red side jungle on the side.
Oh, we do
Looks like
see
this red buff is going
Vagar.
to missed taunt flash from Shen. That is a huge cooldown. That flash.
Or is that just some fancy feed by our buddy old pal
I think
Vagar in the
it
mid
was-
lane?
I think it might have been a.
Kha'Zix going in onto that Caitlyn, does get that Shen ult, but that is another big cooldown. That TP is also a big cooldown. There is a lot of miscommunication going down on the side of the main squad, but Vapoy Smoothie does get that kill onto the Vagar as he pops his ult, pops the Vagar. And it seems as though they might be wanting to disengage this fight. We do have the Alawi coming in. She is
Alawi's coming down though.
beefy.
Her
Does
ult
get that
is
hook
huge and close to
onto the Victor. Does get a 3-man ult. Alawi getting those tentacles off. Cannot get the kill yet. She's looking for another pound. Kha'Zix does get the kill onto the Jarvan. Zaya ulting 2 members. I don't know what it's called. What is the Zaya ult called? Bot lane Mr. T-Shrub. It is Featherstorm, along with Blade Caller. Doesn't get the Blade Caller off though. Doesn't get any roots, and the fight is disengaged there. But that is a 1-for-1 trade.
You know, we're gonna take this Alawi and allow her to carry this game, because that's their best, while Zaya and Vigar scale up into the late game.
Indeed, and something, again, that I do want to see is what Mr. T-Shrub was talking about before with that Event Horizon and that Alawi. Event Horizon catching 2, maybe 3 people even, with Alawi ulting those people, getting a E onto someone, so that's potentially 4 people that she's going to get an ult on. And that's going to be huge for a team fight, as Red Team, the meme squad, does get this Ocean Drake. Yes, Ocean Drake. But it doesn't look like Twerking to the Top's going to take it without a battle. Alawi does get popped very fast. Event Horizon does stun 4 people, actually. Alistar gets a huge pulverize.
He gets CC'd to death.
Yes, Samilodon does catch out the Shen, going for a second kill onto this Victor, but Forgotten Truth goes down to the Mundo at the same time, but Victor does go down as well. Jarvan wanting to make something out of this Veigar, but the Event Horizon is going to stop him in his tracks. Alistar still bullying the meme squad from this dragon hit, but does go down in the process, and it looks like they might be taking this dragon. Kha'Zix is having none of it, though. He desperately does not want them to get this dragon. But I think
an attempted steal.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna call it quits, and they know it's the meme squads.
Alawi is back in the top lane, farming it up after that unfortunate death.
It's a much different team fight, though. Twerking the Top going for there. A little bit too overhyped from their last victory in that other team fight.
Veigar going for he's caught shopping. Veigar is caught shopping in the lane and does go down. That was a very greedy recall. He definitely should have been behind the turret. He knows that mid lane is being pushed by the Victor and doesn't know exactly where the Jarvan Shen are. That is very greedy by Twerkmaster 6000 to recall there, and not only recall there, but also start to shop and doesn't see the enemy team coming after him. Not something that I like to see in this highly anticipated game.
We are seeing this Shen duo really roaming around the map quite a bit, though, focusing on the ability for DC with that ult.
It is true.
It's almost
really allows Jarvan to goes in building more damage because the Shen shield is giving him the defense he needs to allow him to build.
The Shen support is almost like having a Blitzcrank support, where once Blitzcrank gets those Moby boots, even though Shen doesn't get the Moby boots, it allows for him to roam. But instead of Moby boots, Shen has an ultimate. So if he needs to get back to that bottom lane quick, he can. But as I'm saying this, Caitlyn is getting tower dove, and without the use of that Shen ultimate, he could have possibly saved that Caitlyn.
The Top's gotta be careful here, though.
It is up, but Twerking to the Top is going to get caught out by the Jarvan Shen. He does get the stun, but the Zaya does get exhausted. Forgotten Truth does go down, and it looks like Fishy NA is going to follow suit. That was a little overeager by Twerking to the Top, but I do see that they are trying to make plays, which is good. Oh, and we do see Kha'Zix go down. I'm gonna have to rewind. You see Kha'Zix here getting spotted by that ward. Looks like he's gonna go for it as Victor pops the stun onto him and just bursts him down. Not too exciting. Does get caught out though. Not something you like to see.
Twerking to the Top's really got to be careful not to fall into the hands of Meme Squad's kind of method of playing the map right now. I think they want to really get out of laning phase as soon as they can and build.
If Alawi in these fights through Veigar getting stuns off maybe Alistar engaging before Alawi, so Alawi doesn't have to get in there, I think Alawi can really tear the team apart.
She's still keeping that huge in that top lane too, so definitely ahead on the gold charts.
I hate to say this, but you guys think maybe Skype would not have you guys cut out so much?
I am willing to say it is your internet, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely it is. But with Skype, I haven't used Skype in forever. It's pretty blasphemous at this point. But I'm just thinking, maybe it will help.
With that
I'm
close,
thinking I have uninstalled that program, and we do not speak of it again.
with that close, we're at the analysis desk over here. We can confirm that Skype is indeed trash.
Yes, all analysts have
Right.
figured that. We do see Mundo trying to save this turret, but that turret does go down to the hands of the Alawi.
Viger is at 97 stacks at 20 minutes. I don't know if that's good. I'd say it's about a little bit less than average, but I could be wrong.
I think that is a little less than average. Usually, by 20 minutes, probably would have some kills, as he does have kill potential with that ultimate.
Yeah,
but
the
it is.
best way to get those stacks is definitely getting those kills and assists, because those give.
Jen lands that double taunt into that turret. Jarvan going down with that ultimate. Well, Caitlyn picks up the kill on the Forgotten Truth, but Jarvan might go down after. Oh, Caitlyn has to flash away from that Event Horizon, but Mundo is going down in the bottom lane as well. Might get that kill. But,
Twerking to the top, wanting to follow us up, I think.
yeah, twerking to the top. Vishiane gets that huge headbutt pulverized onto that Caitlyn. The nap.
So Caitlyn, the quick kill. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mundo is completely.
Alawi is getting possibly jumped
now
on.
boom.
Alawi might get jumped on by this Victor, might get bursted, as she's also having a greedy recall, is going to go down to the hands of that Victor. Oh, does flash away though.
Don't speak
Victor,
too soon.
Victor does have that flash, but she is a speedy one.
Oh,
Jarvan does get that flag and drag, is now going to go down to the hands of Fatboy Smoothie. This is not looking very well for Twerking to the Top anymore. I did like their early game, but
they did have that successful team fight in the top side there, though. So there's still some
I've
hope.
seen worse gold deficits right now. We're not even approaching. It's not even 5K yet, and I've seen K from certain teams.
Indeed. There is definitely a glimmer of hope in the hands of Twerking to the Top with their team fight capabilities.
Both teams looking to get some pressure around this dragon here.
It is playing though.
Oh, Vishiane does try to get that pick onto the Shen. Shen taunts away. Doesn't get anything followed up, but does
All
get
these
that
boys
little
are
bit of damage.
far too tanky to kill that fast.
Yeah.
Playing though, with Twerking the top, we're having 5 members down here.
Yeah. Alistar does go in for that headbutt pulverize. Is wanted to catch on to this Jarvan. Jarvan tries to get on to the Victor following suit, trying to get something back. But Victor might actually end up going down. We do see Kha'Zix following very fast onto the Victor. Alawi misses the Q. Could have possibly got a kill onto that Victor. But that nice, juicy headbutt pulverize.
Vigar stun with
Yes,
80
that-
carry to win this fight.
Caitlyn does go down. She's definitely...
I don't know, they still got... He's on the side of Meme Squad here.
I guess. Mundo is actually capable of outputting a surprise damage.
But at the end of the day, that is a 2-for-1 trade. At the side of Twerking to the Top. But they might actually lose a tower off of this. No, that mid wave is pushing. The Vagar did not recall with the team, so there's no threat of that. But we do see a dragon going down. Oh, never mind. Getting prepped. As it is,
Hold on, going for the steal here.
could see a steal. We do have that Kha'Zix. Has that execute potential.
What I was walking into. Oh, she is also very squishy right now. She is built black.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was an ambitious play indeed by that Alawi. But
Just or an accident, not quite sure. Her little W dash actually managed to bring her. What? That's pretty silly.
yeah, I did not think it was that far of a range. But it looks like the meme squad is actually looking to make a Baron play, which, as we know, many teams have thrown at this very Baron.
The rift in the ball lane as well.
They do. The Zaya does have to defend.
I don't know if Twerking Top can stop this Baron. It looks like a no.
You see the Alistar and Kha'Zix wanting to make something here, but I think that might be the meme squads, and it is. But it looks like Alistar is going to get. Yeah, Bishi is going to get caught out and go down with the hopes and dreams that were twerking to the top. It looks like they might not be able to make a comeback from this game, as we do have a Baron-empowered meme squad. They are looking to take top lane, and then afterwards, looks like they're prepping mid lane, as we also do see a bottom lane that should be pushing towards blue side, if I'm not mistaken.
Working to the top, really not wanting to fight here without their big beef cow.
Indeed, he is up now, but he also does not have his ultimate just yet. Event Horizon does catch two people, but they can't make anything off of it. Alawi getting low, takes the ace in the hole, gets taunted, gets bursted before she can even ult. Does get that Jarvan ult. Event Horizon going down, not going to do much for the team as they're already in the Jarvan Cataclysm. As Xayah does have to flash away, Similodon getting chunked out by that Victor E. Hero Invictus going hard on this Victor. Does end up getting that second proc on the Ray, and does take out the Xayah. This could be game for the meme squad, as they do have.
In there, we have about 10-second death timers.
Don't know if they
on
can
some of the
finish
members.
it, but they will get some crucial.
They'll definitely get an inhibitor, but no, they will not be able to finish quite yet. But they do have that bottom lane getting some good damage onto this turret.
We're also seeing here now, as mentioned before.
You know, it can be come back from, but it is quite difficult.
That is a 9, 3, and 10 Jarvan. I hope that they ban it next game. Jarvan is very, I don't know the word for it right now. He's very strong.
Sexy.
He's sexy, yes. But
Yes. That would be the word you're looking for right now.
yes, as we do see a Shen taunting on that Alistar as
TNA actually
Alistar
on the into his Xayah.
Oh.
that was not the best headbutt that we could have seen. There was definitely miscommunication with that Event Horizon. Fatboy Smoothie getting onto that Smilodon. Veigar actually taking out that Caitlyn. Alawi getting a huge ultimate, is not going to die in this fight. He keeps getting procs onto the enemies, but does end up going down after a lot of damage being put onto her.
It's becoming too much for twerking in the top to handle.
Yes, that is another.
It seems these guys are coming out ahead.
That is another ace. This mid inhibitor is probably going to be going down as well. And they're probably looking towards that bot lane as that wave is still prepped on that turret, which is already half
They
health.
these death timers, they might be able to finish.
I don't think they'll be able to finish maybe one turret, unless they get another few kills here, catching on at Kha'Zix and Xayah.
Alistar going in.
Well, this Victor outputting a lot of damage right now.
We'd like to see twerking to the top since that early fight in the jungle really grouped together with his Alawi ult.
That bottom lane power does go down, and all that's left standing is that inhibitor turret and one more Nexus turret, and this could be the game very well for the meme squad. The Baron buff has run out. By the looks of things, Mundo does have his ultimate back up. He could very easily dive this turret. He has a bunch of armor plus a lot of health regen for this next upcoming fight. Doesn't have the Spirit Visage just yet, but could be detrimental for twerking to the top as Jarvan does go on to that Veigar Cataclysm, catching on to 3 people. This does not look like a good team fight for twerking to the top, as everyone is going down left and right. No one going down on the side of the meme squad. They're playing this fight very well as Bishi NA does go down to Chow, and it looks like this will be the end of the game.
Having much damage there as Xayah and Kong minions.
Yeah, they were too busy taking care of those minions, and it was to the death of the team. And this Nexus is now going down. There, the meme squad is looking for the clean ace. Doesn't get it because Caitlyn and Shen do go down, but they are going to finish off this game as they get that ace. Well played for both teams. What are we looking for the next game? What can Twerking to the Top do to possibly get a win in this book?
This Jarvan really laid down the work here in the early game and allowed these snowball situations to happen. I don't know if they're fully prepared to deal with this kind of engage, so maybe they just want to get rid of that Jarvan for now and see if they can put that jungler on something that isn't able to engage as quickly and easily as Jarvan.
Yeah, and we do see in that mid lane, Victor did 39,000 damage. The next most damage in the game, Caitlyn with 17,000. That Victor was definitely a huge factor in that win. But that is going to be game number 1 in the books. A victory for the meme squad against.
What I would see happen is the Jarvan would engage with his ulti, and while everyone's trapped inside, they're just dropping the Victor W and the ult, and everyone's just burning to death.
Yeah, that's not a fun factor for Twerking to the Top. They're definitely going to need to get rid of something in that arsenal that the meme squad has. But that has been game number 1. We will be right back after a short break for game number 2.